Welcome to Homework Got You Stumped. This session will focus on strategies to support elementary math students with successfully completing their homework. The presenter, Ms. Asia King, is the K-5 Mathematics Coordinator for the Bibb County School District. She will share math tips, strategies, resources, and activities for parents to engage in with their children to improve their numeracy skills and support their math development. In Bibb County Schools, we believe in our vision that each student will demonstrate strength of character and will be college or career ready. We also believe in our mission to engage the community in educating each student for a 21st century global society. Our values are the different ways we demonstrate our commitment to our vision and mission, and we honor you in this work. Partnering with students, parents, and the community is a key part of achieving victory in our schools. The work we do collectively leads us to every student achieving and being ready to move to the next level in their lives. We want to hear from you. You may have some burning questions to ask. Please share them in the show Q&A box by clicking the icon. At the end of the presentation, we will answer a few questions from the Q&A as time permits. To document your attendance today, scan the QR code or click the link found in the show Q&A box to sign in using your phone, tablet, or computer. You will select Homework Got You Stumped for the course and enter your child's lunch number. If you have more than one child, you will only need to enter the lunch number for one of your children. Thank you for signing in. This helps us keep a record of all parents and family members who attend our trainings. To support families who may need access to this presentation in another language, use the instructions here to allow for captions or subtitles in your home language to stream on your screen during this training. This can be done in 2 simple steps. Step 1. Locate the gear icon at the bottom right of the meeting window. Step 2. Choose a language for the on-screen captions. We have a saying in Bibb County Schools, Mission First, People Always 2.0. Partnering with students, parents, and the community is a vital part of achieving victory in our schools. So let's get started. At this time, I would like to welcome and introduce our presenter, Ms. Asia King.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's session. Homework got you stumped? Well, I'm here to share some math tips, strategies, and resources just for you. I'm Asia King and I'm the Elementary Mathematics Coordinator. I'm the mother of a curious 4-year-old boy who is always looking for homework and a kindergarten princess who loves school and requires my undivided attention when completing her homework. I also have an inquisitive 7th grade son who has a love for learning, but he also needs my support when completing homework. Are any of you in the same boat or in a similar situation? Do you have a child who refuses to do homework or does not always do his or her best work? Do any of your children take all night to finish homework or wait until the last minute to complete assignments? Are you in need of fun and exciting activities to support and motivate your math scholar? If so, then you are in the right place. Today, I would like to share a few strategies and resources that you can use to help your child improve their math skills and meet their grade level academic goals. Lastly, I want to help you eliminate stressful moments that we sometimes experience when helping our children with their mathematics homework. So here's our agenda for today. I will be sharing general homework tips as well as math homework tips. I will also share our math curriculum, and you will have an opportunity to view a short math tutorial, which is a resource in your child's math textbook to support math homework and math practice assignments. I will also share some activities that you can do at home with your math scholars. And lastly, I will share free websites that your children can access to improve their math skills. So why is homework so important? Homework reinforces skills and concepts learned in class. Homework promotes self-discipline and independence. Homework also prepares our students for future lessons that they'll engage in. And homework also improves student growth and achievement. And although the most common purpose of homework is for students to practice material already presented in class, homework can be used as an extension to apply skills students already have to new situations. So while reading a publication from the U.S. Department of Education on homework, I found this quote that says, "Homework has been a part of students' lives since the beginning of formal schooling in the United States. However, the practice has sometimes been accepted and other times rejected, both by educators and parents. This has happened because homework can have both positive and negative effects on children's learning and their attitudes towards school. So it is our job as parents and educators to maximize the benefit of homework. Children tend to develop a positive attitude about homework when parents are involved in their learning at home and teachers are able to provide feedback on the work that students have completed while away from school. And so it's very important that we unite as a team to ensure that your child is successful." So here's what we've all been waiting for, some homework tips that we can use at home with our children. And so the first tip is to make sure your child has a quiet, well-lit place to do homework. Avoid allowing your child to do homework while watching television. Also, make sure the materials your child needs, such as paper, pencils, and electronic devices, are readily available. Ask your child if they need materials for projects in advance. You also want to help your child with time management. Establish a set time to complete homework and make sure they don't wait until bedtime. When your child does homework, consider doing homework too. You can consider reading or journaling or balancing your checkbook. When your child asks for help, provide guidance, not answers. Giving your child the answer does not help them learn the material. So we want to stray away from just giving out answers. Also, stay informed by regularly communicating with your child's teacher. Talk with your child's teacher regularly and make sure you are aware of homework and classwork expectations. And lastly, help your child figure out what is hard homework and what is easy homework. And you want to help them complete the difficult work first while they're fresh, and then they can work on the easier homework last. Next, I will share tips that are related specifically to mathematics homework. The first thing you want to do is encourage your child to organize their work in a mathematics notebook. Also, be positive about math homework and also be positive about math overall. It's also important that we follow the progress that our child is making in math and that we check with our child daily about their homework to ensure that they're getting it done. And if you don't understand your child's math assignments, engage in frequent communication with his or her teacher. And if your child is experiencing problems in math, contact the teacher to learn whether he or she is working at grade level and what can be done at home to help improve academic progress. And you also want to become aware of how your child is being taught, and don't teach strategies and shortcuts that conflict with the approach the teacher is using. Check in with the teacher and ask what you can do to help. And so it's very important that we don't stray away from the strategies that the teacher is teaching, because those strategies are specific to the standards that your children are required to master by the end of the school year. So I just spoke of strategies, and I said that the strategies that are being taught in class are specific to your child's grade level as well as the standard. And so our teachers use the Georgia Standards of Excellence to plan for instruction daily. And please visit georgiastandards.org to review the math skills and concepts that your child is expected to master this school year. You will also find standards for other subject areas listed on the site as well. And so you see where I have circled standards document. So if you visit this web page and click on K5 standards, then the standards for each grade level in elementary school will be available to you for mathematics. And you'll also be able to see the strategies that students are encouraged to use in order to master the standards. Before we move on to any other strategies and tips, I think it's very important that I share some of the topics that your students will engage in or have been engaging in this school year. And so in kindergarten, there are two critical areas representing, relating, and operating on whole numbers, initially with sets of objects, also describing shapes in space. In grade 1, there are four critical areas: developing understanding of addition, subtraction, and strategies for addition and subtraction within 20. Also developing understanding of whole number relationships and place value, including grouping in tens and ones. And the third critical area is developing understanding of linear measurement and measuring length. And the last critical area is reasoning about attributes of composing and decomposing geometric shapes. In second grade, there are four critical areas: extending understanding of base 10 notation, building fluency with addition and subtraction, using standard units of measure, and describing and analyzing shapes. In grade 3, there are four critical areas: developing an understanding of multiplication and division and strategies for multiplication and division within 100, developing understanding of fractions, especially unit fractions, developing understanding of the structure of rectangular arrays and areas, and the fourth critical area is describing and analyzing two-dimensional shapes. In fourth grade, there are three critical areas. Number 1, developing understanding and fluency with multi-digit multiplication and developing understanding of dividing to find quotients involving multi-digit dividends. Number 2, developing an understanding of fraction equivalence, addition and subtraction of fraction with like denominators, and multiplication of fraction by whole numbers. Number 3, understanding that geometric figures can be analyzed and classified based on their properties, such as having parallel sides, perpendicular sides, particular angle measurements, and symmetry. In the fifth grade, the students will be exposed to three critical areas. Number 1, developing fluency with addition and subtraction of fractions, and developing understanding of multiplication of fractions and of division of fractions in limited cases. Number 2, extending division to two-digit divisors, integrating decimal fractions into place value system, and developing understanding of operations with decimals to the hundredths place. And also developing fluency with whole number and decimal operations. And thirdly, developing understanding of volume. Now that I've shared some of the topics that your students have been exposed to during this first part of the school year, and then they'll learn some more concepts and skills the second part, I want to share with you our textbook resource. So our teachers use the Big Ideas Math Curriculum textbook to support the Georgia standards. Teachers also use other resources to support student learning. And during the next few slides, I'm going to show you a neat feature of our textbook that will also support learning at home and will also give you an example of what the mathematics looks like as well as the strategy the student should be using. So in our textbook, we have practice pages for kindergarten, first and second grade. And then for third, fourth, and fifth, we have what you call homework and practice pages. So if you look at the very first page on your left-hand side, that is kindergarten, and you see the learning target is listed there. And this is a practice page that sometimes students complete at home. And then you also see a QR code there as well, and that is the video tutorial. And you'll see that on the second grade page as well as the first grade page. So each page includes an example of the math strategy that students should use, practice problems, and a video tutorial. And so this is a sample of third, fourth, and fifth grade. And so I'll give you just a moment just to look at it and look at the layout of it. Very similar to kindergarten first and second. However, it's labeled homework and practice. When your child is assigned additional practice or homework from the Big Ideas math book, they have access to a video tutorial related to the math strategy that they should use to complete their assignment. On your left side of the screen is practice page from the kindergarten math workbook. In the center, you will notice a QR code. This code will provide access to a video tutorial should a student need additional assistance with their homework, or if you as the parent would like to see a model of the strategy. On the far right side of the screen, there is an example of a cell phone view of the video tutorial. I'm going to give you an opportunity to practice accessing and watching a math video tutorial based on your child's grade level. So get your cell phones ready. Now that I've shown you some samples from the actual student workbook, I want to give you a chance to access a video tutorial. So I have each grade level available. On the screen, you should see kindergarten first, second, third, fourth, and fifth grade, and the learning target is listed for each grade level, as well as the chapter and lesson from the book. And so if you see practice 6.3 under kindergarten, that means it's chapter 6 and lesson 3. For first grade, it's chapter 5 and lesson 1. And so I just wanted you to be aware of that. And below you see the QR code for that grade level. So I'm going to read through the steps with you, and then I'm going to give you 3 minutes to view the video because the videos are not very long. So step 1, using your cell phone camera or QR scanner app, hover over the QR code on your screen. You may have to zoom in to scan the QR code. Step 2, on your cell phone, follow the prompt to open the link to the Big Ideas math tutorial video. The appearance of this prompt will vary by phone and app used to scan. And then number 3, open the link and enjoy the show. So I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes and give you 3 minutes to view the video. Have a minute and a half left. 1 minute, we have about 30 seconds left. Okay, time is up. I hope that you had enough time to explore that feature, and I know you look forward to sharing that feature with your child if you haven't already used it before. So we're going to move on to some strategies that you can use at home. So if you are looking to develop number sense in your child at home, then the first thing you want to do is count everything. Count toys, utensils, and clothing. Count forwards and backwards. Sing counting songs and read counting books such as 1, 2, Buckle My Shoe and 10 Little Monkeys. You also want to discover ways in which numbers are used at home and in the community. Also, try inviting your child to help solve number problems used in daily life. You can practice skip counting by twos and by fives. And you can also create games playing cards and dice, such as having your child to pull two numbers and add them together to find the sum, or have your child to pull two cards and multiply those two numbers to find the product. Now, if you want to help your child improve their measurement skills at home, you can measure items found around the house. Ask your child to find items that are shorter or longer than a shoe, a string, or a ruler. Estimate everything involving time and distance. Ask your child to estimate the number of steps it takes from your front door to the edge of the yard or from your back door to the back of the yard. You can also compare and organize items around the house. You can talk about telling time by asking your child to check the time on the clock when he or she goes to school, eats dinner, or goes to bed. You can also keep a record of the temperature daily and allow your child to measure ingredients in a recipe or trade equal amounts of money to develop their understanding. Here are some activities you can engage in at home to help with geometry. You can have your child to identify shapes and sizes, and you can use old boxes to build structures and talk about how the base needs to support the entire structure. You can also play an I Spy game and look for shapes. You can do that in the home, outside of the home, at the park. You can also ask your child to draw a picture of your neighborhood or town and discuss location, such as your location in reference to your neighbor's location that may be two houses down or one street over. You can also go on a shape hunt inside your home and in the community. And so that's similar to I Spy. So if you look on the right hand side of the screen, there's a shape hunt activity. You can have shapes out of items in your household and ask your child, what do you notice and what do you wonder? And you can also use pictures, numbers, or words to show and tell what you know about the shapes. So understanding patterns at home. You can look for patterns in storybooks and songs that include repetitive lines and predictable passages. You can also teach your child to create patterns by stumping, clapping, and dancing. And you can use items in your home such as clothing, wallpapers, and towels on the floor to hunt for patterns in your house. And if you want to help your child deepen their understanding of data at home, you can sort household items such as fruit, vegetables, coins, or crayons. You can record the weather each day and create a picture graph showing how many sunny days there were how many rainy days, and how many cloudy days there were in a month. And you can also discuss the likelihood of an event happening, such as rainfall, snow, or a coin landing on heads or tails during a coin toss. The last thing I would like to share with you are some math websites, and these are free. There is Khan Academy that is appropriate for pre-K through fifth grade students, and it can be found at www.khanacademy.org. There is also FunBrain available, and it's www.funbrain.com. And then Cool Math for Kids is free as well, and it's appropriate for grades 1st through 5th. And lastly, I don't have it here on the screen, but ask your child about Freckle Math or ask your child's teacher about Freckle Math. Teachers have the ability to assign problems to your child based on their need, as well as problems to your child to help them improve their numeracy and math skills. Thank you so much for joining me today to hear some strategies and some tips and resources that you can use to support your child's mathematics development. I hope that you gain some information that you'll be able to use throughout the rest of the school year and in the summertime. And if you have any specific questions regarding math homework or what you need to do to support your child in their development, please reach out to their teacher. Please communicate as much as you need to make sure that your child receives what they need this school year as it relates to mathematics. Enjoy the rest of your day.
What's next? Our upcoming trainings are as follows. Got STEM at Home, January the 26th, 2021. Microsoft Teams, February the 25th, 2021. And Technology, the Gift and the Curse, March 30th, 2021. If you would like to reach out to any one of our team members, please do so by calling 478-779-2579. We will be glad to assist you in any way we can. To conclude our training today, be sure to scan the QR code or click the link found in the show Q&A box to complete the evaluation form using your phone, tablet, or computer. Thank you for attending Homework Got You Stumped training, and stay tuned for our next training, Got STEM at Home. This is a reminder, if you would like to register for any of our upcoming trainings, go to www.bcsdk12.net. Click the image pictured above on the Bibb County School District website. Under Resources for Virtual and In-Person Learning, select Parent Training Workshops and click the link to register. Thank you for attending.